Hi guys, welcome to the Wrestling Retrospective, and in today's video I'll be doing my predictions for NXT Stand and Deliver 2025. So first off, on the pre-show or the countdown to Stand and Deliver, we have a Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team match, and we have Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley taking on Fatal Influence against the Meta Girls, against the team of Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. And I think it's an absolute travesty that Roxanne Perez is on the pre-show Stand and Deliver after the year she's had down in NXT, that she didn't even make the main card of Stand and Deliver, let alone probably make WrestleMania. But no, she's on the pre-show, which is a massive shame in my opinion. So for me, my prediction is for Roxanne and Cora to get the win here, because apart from maybe the Meta Girls, they're most deserving of a win at this point, like especially on the Stand and Deliver stage. Obviously, Meta Girls have had a very good year as well. They have been on a main roster pay-per-view. But I swear they've recently had tag team title opportunities, not only in TNA but in WWE as well. And I feel like with Roxanne and Cora, they haven't had that chance yet. So it makes the most sense for me. I know that it's heel on heel, which I know some people won't like. But for me, Roxanne Perez is fully deserving of a win here. She put over in the last few months Zaria, Giulia, Stephanie Vaquer, Jordan Grace, just to name a couple of people, all of us thinking that she was going to be on the way out of NXT. Clearly, that's not the case. She's still there. But yeah, for me, I feel like the best bet, and my prediction is for Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade to get the win here. After that, we have the D'Angelo family taking on Dark State in a match that's been building for probably about a month or something since Dark State attacked her and D'Angelo. For me, I feel like this is a very easy one to predict. I think Dark State need the win here, and they're who I'm going with to get the win. They need the win more than the D'Angelo family do. They're going to establish themselves as a big group and the top group in NXT. Then they need to get a win here and Stand and Deliver. Following that, Fraxium are defending the NXT Tag Team Championships against Hank and Tank. For me, again, very easy prediction in my opinion. I don't really see the hype behind Hank and Tank. And yeah, for me, it wasn't really the match I was expecting going into Stand and Deliver. I know that on the card I like to see video, I put the Hardys in there. But for me, I don't know, I feel like there's just better teams to put against Fraxium for Stand and Deliver. And yeah, I'm not feeling it with Hank and Tank, so I'm going to go with Fraxium to retain here. The match itself, I think it'll be fine for what it is. I'm not sure how it'll quite work. I know that they are building up Hank and Tank to become champions at some point. I just don't think they're the ones to defeat Fraxium. I feel like the team that will defeat Fraxium will be built up a lot more than just, I don't know, a couple of months and a few main roster tag teams giving advice. It really doesn't feel like they're the ones to do it yet, if that makes sense. So yeah, as I said, I want to go with Fraser and Axiom to retain the titles here. After that, Ricky Saints is defending the North American Championship against Ethan Page. I think one of the matches that people, are sleeping on a bit. I feel like this is going to be one of the better matches of the night. Not of the weekend, but of the night. I feel like it's going to be a very good match. But for me, Ricky Saints has only just won the title. I can't see him losing the title anytime soon, especially not here at Stand and Deliver. For me, it would make sense actually to have Ethan Page lose here and then get called up during the draft. I feel like Ethan Page is a very big fish in a smaller pond in NXT. And yeah, I feel like him on the main roster is way better. And yeah, I can see him losing here, going up to the main roster, which I know a lot of people are going to be saying for a lot of these matches, and myself included. But yeah, for me, it feels like only a matter of time until Ethan Page goes up to the main roster. Why not have it during the most recent draft? And yeah, Ricky Saints can go on to have a pretty decent reign as North American champion. But yeah, for me, as I said, I feel like he's going to be one of the better matches of the night. But yeah, as I said, I've got Ricky Saints to retain here, as he's only just won the title. Following that, we have the 6-woman ladder match for the vacant Women's North American Championship, where we have Izzy Dame taking on a returning Thea Hale, Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, Sol Rucker, and Zaria in the match. And for me, this is quite a difficult match to predict. I really don't know which way they're going to go. They could swerve us and go for someone like Thea Hale to get the win upon return, which I feel like would be huge for her. And yeah, I'm very glad to see Thea Hale is back. I really feel like she is very much the future of NXT, in my opinion. Sol Rucker or Zaria are a solid choice, but I feel like they're going to have their own little story within the match. It wouldn't shock me if we saw a heel turn from one of them in this match. For me, Zaria looks like a heel anyway, like all the time. It makes sense that she would be a heel and kind of betray Sol Rucker here. Kalani Jordan could very quite easily win this match and become a two-time champion. I feel like the only person I've really written off is Izzy Dame. I really can't see her winning at all. But the person I am going to get the win, I think is going to get the win, is Lola Vice. I feel like she's been set up perfectly to win this title. I feel like she would do a lot for this championship, and it gets her on TV a lot, which, you know, wouldn't be too bad for all those lads. No, I'm joking. I'm joking before anyone comes at me. I think she's an incredible wrestler. I really feel like she is the future of WWE in general, and she does need to win a title soon to be able to kind of show that ability of being a champion. And yeah, this seems like the best chance that she's had so far to win a championship. And yeah, that's why I've gone with Lola Vice to become your new Women's North American Champion. Following that, we have the match that was on NXT. They said last night this was going to be main event. Personally, I don't think it should be main event. I don't think it's been built as a main event, in my opinion. But either way, it's Obafemi defending the NXT Championship against Javon Evans and Trick Williams. And yeah, I feel like it's going to be a great match. I don't think Obafemi has met a triple threat match that he hasn't done extremely well in and has had a match of the night performance in. You know, I think back to the one with Joe Coffey and Wesley. That was a great match. Dijak and Josh Briggs was arguably the best match of NXT last year, in my opinion. And yeah, I can see this being very much the same. We know Trick can go in the ring when he wants to. Dijon Evans is fantastic in the ring if he is just allowed to fly around and do whatever the fuck he wants, which tends to be the case with Dijon Evans matches. And yeah, and then Oba will just absolutely destroy them both, as I do have Oba to retain the NXT Championship here and continue what I think should be and what I assume will be a very long reign with the NXT Championship. And yeah, I feel like it's going to be a very good match, one of the better matches of the night. But yeah, for me, you'd be silly to take the title off Obafemi here. It makes a lot of sense that Trick would take the pin here if he's going to be going up to the main roster, which feels like it's inevitable at this point, but then we really don't know. We thought Roxanne was going to go up and then she hasn't. We thought Bron Breakker was going to go up at one point and then he didn't, same with Carmelo Hayes. So yeah, we don't really know when anyone's going to go up, but it makes sense to have kind of Trick take the pin here, lose on his way out, and then go to the main roster. And also, it means Javon doesn't take a pin, which means that he can like go after the NXT title again and say that he wasn't pinned, and we go down that storyline, which we all know very so well. But yeah, no, for me, as I said, Oba undoubtedly is going to win this one though. And finally, in the match that I think should be the main event, but it probably won't be, we have Stephanie Vaquer defending the NXT Women's Championship against Jordynne Grace, Jada Parker, and Giulia. And yeah, for me, this is, I don't know, I'm very conflicted on this one, and I don't think it's in the way people expect. So I don't expect Giulia to win here. I think that she is very much main roster bound. The same with Stephanie Vaquer. I feel like she's definitely losing here. I know they haven't been in NXT for long, but I feel like their time in NXT wasn't supposed to be for a long time. It was supposed to be for a good time, and they've both been champion. I mean, Stephanie Vaquer was double champion. And then they're going to head up to the main roster, where they will probably become main parts of the women's division. So it really leaves it between Jordynne and Jada, and I would love to see an NXT where Jada, kind of as the underdog in this situation, wins the NXT Women's Championship. I would absolutely love that, and I feel like it would be an awesome way to like establish her as the next big thing in NXT. However, I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to have the balls to do that. So for me, I'm going to go with Jordynne Grace to win the NXT Women's Championship at Stand and Deliver. It feels like she's been very much set up to win the championship, and not like massively convincingly, but like do it in quite a dominant fashion, probably come near the end of the match. And then she's going to go on quite the run with the championship compared to Giulia and Stephanie Vaquer's reigns beforehand. But yeah, as I said, I would love to see Jada get the win here. I would quite happily get this match completely wrong if it meant Jada got the win. But yeah, for me, I feel like it's been set up perfectly for Jordynne Grace to become the face of NXT for this year, and then maybe head up to the main roster next year or the year afterwards. But yeah, I feel like Jada Parker is 100% going to be an NXT Women's Champion. It's just not going to come quite yet. But yeah, for me, as I said, Giulia's definitely to lose and go up to the main roster, Jada to be incredibly unfortunate and not win, and Jordynne Grace to become the new champion. So those are my predictions for NXT Stand and Deliver. Do put down in the comments below who you think is going to win, what your match of the night is going to be, and anything else you think might happen. I'm not really sure what else will happen on the card other than the matches. I can't see any big returns or some debuts happening, though, you know, we are due debuts. You know, we've got the likes of Jeff Cobb coming in, obviously Rusev and Aleister Black are due back, but I can't imagine they'll be down in NXT. But yeah, no, anything that you want to comment about, we'll have a discussion about it. Yeah, do like the video if you enjoyed it. We are near 700 subs at this point, so we'd love to get to 700 subs by WrestleMania weekend. That would be awesome. But yeah, do stick around if you enjoy the content. A lot of stuff coming for WrestleMania. Obviously, tomorrow is the WrestleMania predictions video. Friday, Saturday, there are 2 special profiles on Triple H and The Undertaker, and then after that it's reviews of Night 1, Night 2 of WrestleMania, and then Stand and Deliver on Tuesday, just before NXT. So yeah, do stick around for that stuff, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.